everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I'm here today. I'm starting a new journal using this lovely old book called Nedra by George Barr McCutcheon, and it's just a lovely old book. I have cleaned it. I have yet to seal the cover. I will do that. I'm going to probably be putting some lace on the edge, just because I think that would be nice. And yeah, I've got a bunch of elements made. This book is from 1905, so of course today's job is to gut the book, which I'm going to do in the scary way that isn't the way that most people do it, which is like cutting with a knife. You typically don't need to do that. You can just literally evenly and carefully remove the text block by pulling it out. And then you save all these good bits like this for collage. So I'll just throw this away, some of this kind of stuff, and just keep the netting bit. It's quite nice. So I'll set that in my grungy bin that I keep at the back of my desk, and we'll shake out all the oogies from the inside here. Just sweep those away. All right, and then I'm going to pull away what I can here of this. And when you get to the top, change the direction that you're pulling so that you don't end up like tearing your book in any strange way. Then I just use I have this sharp little flat tweezer. I just check if this is, yeah, this is not, doesn't have any ribbing at the top. Sometimes you get like a ribbing of the same material, the same like webbing at the top and bottom, but this one doesn't have it. So this, I'm fine to just let it be. I want to keep this whole book spine because it's in great condition. Okay, so we know that this stops. There's no webbing there that could tear the book. I will keep these bits too for collage because they're nice and textured. And I'll just kind of go over this and feel it's rubbing the glue. There's sometimes just some like excess bits of glue, and I just kind of give them a rub. Okay. So let's see. Is this going to lift? I would say no. Okay, we're going to leave it alone. So there's many different ways that I prepare the innards of a book. It really depends on the book. There's lots of different ways to do this, and I think I do all of them in many different occasions. What I think I want to do with this one will be a backing of Teflon to just secure it, because it doesn't, when I look at it through, the light, other than having one very tiny little hole right there that you probably barely can see, it's right there. The entire book itself, I don't know if you can see it in my lights, it's intact. It's in very great condition. So I don't feel the need to like cut this off, make a new spine, because I like the spine size. I don't feel the need to like use fabric because I've got breaking, happening in these shoulders or anything like that. So I will go ahead and I will back this with some Teflon paper. I have one of these that I've been using up as I go. This is so strong and wonderful. This USPS envelopes. I very rarely get these kind of envelopes, so I'm always happy when I have one that I can use, because Teflon, or Tyvek rather, it's not Teflon, it's Tyvek. It is quite expensive to buy, like just as like a roll or whatnot. But I do have like a Teflon or Tyvek suit my husband bought me from his job. Like, he works in industrial sales, and he bought me one of them because I have this wonderful book about textile, and I want to experiment with the Tyvek and heat and all of that kind of thing. It makes this really lovely textile kind of. Okay, so this will go underneath and it will be completely hidden. Nobody will know it's there because we're going to cover the innards with a new spine, like a reinforced spine, fabric, and then papers. But before I attach this, I normally would glue this down right now. I actually want to be able to do some sewing on the back, so I'm going to look through my lace. I want to cover this spine for Nedra here. I want to cover it in some lace. I'm also debating what I want to do with this area that has been kind of chiseled by time. So I'm going to play with that, but I'll show you maybe the elements that I've created already, and then I want to do some more stuff, and I also need to go through the text block and decide what I'm going to keep. So I'll just pop the text block back in the book for now, just to retain those shoulders. So there's a few elements. I did this weird kind of, I've been doing, it's not really weird, but I've been doing this sort of digitals lottery kind of in my, not lottery, but like as I go through, like I organize all of my digitals that I've purchased on my computer kind of by creator name, and then, you know, what the name of the kit is, right? So, I just kind of went through each folder kind of one by one by one. I just randomly selected, and I chose like a page that I felt like went with Nedra. So there's probably 1 or 2 pages from all sorts of different creators, digital creators in here. So I don't remember all of them. They're very varied, and I'll mention a few. So I know this was Gypsy Craftery. Louisa Heinzel. Yeah, I'm not going to be very good. Was this? I can't recall. That's another Louisa Heinzel. Floral ledger, I don't remember. This is magic paper, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. It's because of the way that I did this, I just selected random pages. But that's a look. I was looking for botanicals and kind of charming. I try to let the book, like, you know, influence my thought process, right? And it's just what feels right for the book. So I feel like there's going to be some florals and prettiness about this book. I also still have a few digital things that I want to use in here. So these are Dolls bookmarks by J. Lilo. And then I grabbed some things from the Graphics Fairies A Rose is a Rose kit. So these are journal cards and just collage sheet of mixed size, little bits and bobs, some bookmarks, and a couple of little folders. So yeah, I just wanted to use a few things like that. Then the stuff that I've kind of cut out and made and did a couple of envelopes. Again, I did not record who made these, but they're pretty. This one has a nice poem on the back. The wind in the willows, the wind in the grass, the sun and the clover as fairy folk pass, and it's flying and spying and dancing around, first up in the treetops, then down on the ground. And then these little kind of Parisian feeling labels. These are very fun. These pockets. Here's an N from for Nedra from the grungy letters that I've been making, so I'm going to use those. These little kind of floral botanical tags. More of those pockets. And these little labels were on the same page as these envelopes. And then this is a piece that I found while I was making the VHS journals. I was going through like a book of classic film and like silent film actresses, and this is a lovely picture that I felt like would go nicely in Nedra. This is a little bit that I've just been saving. I need to make something out of it. Maybe a little pocket. It's very cute. Yeah, so that's what's happening so far. I'm going to put 5 signatures in this journal. And I also have this book, What People Wore, and I wanted to grab a few things out of it for, or at least a couple of pages for this book, because I feel, let's recycle that. I feel like, I don't know, it would just go nicely. This book is from, okay, 1952. Getting better at my Roman numerals. I'm getting there, guys. I'm remembering again. I did like a little deep dive, not deep dive, a little reminder on reading Roman numerals, because, like, I don't know, when you get more stuff in your brain, some stuff just needs to move out, right? So as I go here, I'm just kind of processing this book. I'll leave that one in, because if I'm not going to use it, then I want to get rid of it. Because I just, it's my way of keeping my book stash under control. So this is Egypt. We don't want Egypt. Greece and Rome. I'll probably get rid of this. I don't think I'll use that page. But these are such pretty pages, right? The medieval period. Oh, someone was really studying here. Historical survey. 15th century. Armor. Henry VIII. Moving the Tudor period. Early Tudors. That could be kind of nice. Late Tudors. Late Tudor might be where I want to go. Ooh. Look at her. I'm going to use her. Fashionable lady after Wenzel Hollar. That's beautiful. I love the mask. Like, oh. So let's set that aside, definitely. 17th century. Early 17th century. Beautiful. I'm trying to decide like how I want to put a page in here. Now are these, I think these are sewn in folios. But I only have 4.5 inches that I can go outward. So that would get me to about probably here. So I would get like this much, I think, of the page. Which isn't terrible, but then it would be 7.5, so I'd probably be looking at that. Or I use one page and I fold it over. I'm trying to get over my weird aversion to like having things sideways in a journal. I don't know why it seems to like bug me, but like it doesn't bug me when other people do it. I think it's just the process of like me doing it. I don't know. Like so weird. I don't know why these things seem to stress me out, but like I do, like that's why I grabbed this big book, because I thought it would be nice to put a page in sideways. Oh, there's an old piece of a receipt from a Petro Canada. Gay Parisians after Debrucourt. Okay. I'm going to keep this page and look for word snippets that might be good for this book. Just saw the word petticoat and I'm like, that might be kind of fun. I need to pick a page. Let's take another look at Nedra. Okay, let's go a little later in time. We're in the 18th century now. This is getting a little more relevant. This would be a good one with the hats because of her amazing hat. This is a European costume. Let's do this one, okay? There's one. Maybe we'll find another. Let's just keep going through this book just because it's kind of fun. The 19th century. This page. That's nice too. Yeah, let's go with that one. Alright, so those are the 2 pages that I need. We'll just, ooh, hold on. Where did this go? Right there. Oh, look at her wide, wide gown. So lovely. Okay. Yeah, things get a little more boring back here. But let's, while we're here, I'm going to grab these pages because they're awesome. They just have a really nice, oh, that has a pretty stamp on it. See? Yeah, I love using the blank pages for backing things because the book paper in old books, most old books, is quite nice. These I will just toss. You could also use them to make collage boards or, you know, anything you just need plain paper for. I don't need any right now. I'm good. I always have some big books that I'm pulling apart, so I don't tend to keep things like this. But I do like to get rid of the bulk of the pages that I know I won't use. It's just, it's better. It makes the book a little thinner on my shelf. Okay, so that's what I want from there. So I'll just set this book over here for now. Okay, now let's take a look at Nedra. All right, shall we take apart these signatures? Let's see. So that's the first. Which way am I going with this? This way? Hold on. No, I was going the right way the first time. Okay. Hmm. 32, 33. What page is this? 47. Yeah, 49, 64, 65. I just like to keep them in order until I've gone through. Because sometimes, like, if you're trying to keep parts of the book pages in the book, it's good to have them in order if it's telling a bit of a story. Even if you're just kind of starting things out, like, you know, the journal starts out in the daytime and it ends at nighttime or something, you know. This helps to... Sorry, I know I'm a little off camera. I just like to brace the book against me. It helps to pull those threads out easier. And sometimes a couple of these will get glued together, and I just take them out together. Especially once you're getting like further into the book, because chances are there will be a little bit less that you're going to use. Unless there's illustrations throughout a whole vintage book, I typically only use pages from maybe the front, like the book plate and maybe the contents. The copyright page. Yeah, that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, the back is fine. Okay, so now we have these dissected down. Just kind of pull away what we can of these strings. Makes it a little easier as I separate the folios into pages, into individual small folios, single page folios. All right. All of this gluey mess out of my way. Okay, so this is actually 2 signatures, and they are affixed together, I think. Yep. This is more delicate paper. Just give this a press so I can gently kind of lift this off. These are like threads, which is why I'm not cutting them. Okay, so there are some illustrations in here. It looks like 5 of them. Okay, so I'll keep this page for sure, as well as this one, and definitely this one, and our book plate. Now, these are fly pages that are glued. Sorry, it's my alarm. That are glued on, so they're just, you just peel them off. Now, when I put this in, I'm going to retain this whole thing. So here's the book plate. I'm going to reinforce this, obviously. I'm going to have the copyright page here, and then this fly page that's glued on, along with its delicate tissue, this lovely, I mean, it's not that delicate, it can be handled. This will all stay together. I want it to all stay together, and that will be in the first chapter. Okay, so now these pages are just good for backing things, which is what I'll use them for. I know this one says Nedra, so I'll keep it there. And then I'm just going to kind of look through here. Nothing that I find I will look for, you know, cool chapter names or something. Or if there's like something like an illustration of some kind, I'll grab that. Or a map, or... Okay, so there is an image. Now, let's grab it out. It might be glued on like a fly page, I think. Yes, it is. Okay. And I may actually, because of this paper being so thin, I may glue those two together and then reinforce this. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Glum days for Mr. Ridge. Poor Mr. Ridge. Mr. Ridgway's amazement. One love against another. That's kind of a cool chapter title. And I keep the guts of the book, usually, unless it's absolutely something I won't use. I do keep them for, like, the process of while I'm creating the journal, because I want to maybe pull some little snippets or quotes or bits from the story from time to time, or like a chapter name or something, you know, because you often can find something that like works with the book. Okay, and that one. The night and the morning. That's pretty. But sometimes, you know, there's things in books that I'm kind of like, how, you know, is this something I want to put in the book? The actual text itself might not be that savory, so I do look at that as well. A lot of old literature, not surprisingly, is quite depressing. Okay, so here we have Lady Tenny's. You do not know how I thank God you are alive. It's not really my thing, to be honest. It's kind of a whatever illustration, so I'm just going to let that one be. flesh succeeds stone. Gods from the sea. What's this? Hey there, he yelled. How are you? Not really into that one either. The first day in the wilds. Now, that I like. So however, I need to be careful here because I feel like this is some kind of a settlement type book. And I don't want to include anything that's like depicting indigenous people as like savage or wild or something. Like you have to, you know. Okay, so I don't see anything upsetting on this page. This is good. Oh, blood spattered stick. No, I don't want to do that. I'll probably use some of the text instead. Yeah, I think this is kind of like a settlement story, maybe. Oops, what's that? No, not an illustration. I think maybe there might be one more illustration. I haven't been all that chuffed by the illustrations thus far. So, nothing against the art style. It's just they're not really topical to what I want in the book. Yeah, like this one's just, you know, it's savagely killing people. Let's not do that. Okay. All right, and then we get to the back. The last signature. There's usually some cool stuff in the back of these books that talk about the publishing company and their other books. I'll pull that off. Just looking to see if the last paragraph that before the end was worth keeping, but it's really not. These are great for collage, like backgrounds, which I think I'll keep them for because they're like an old, you know, book trade advertisement. So yeah, and then the blank pages I will keep. So these will go into my like Tuesday 10 kind of bin that I keep for doing random things. This I will keep as reference material during the process of this book if I'm looking to kind of grab some things. And these, what did I say these were? Oh yeah, blank pages. Okay. So what did we end up with? We have 1, 2, no, that's just whatever. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in 4 of the signatures, I will include something from the original book. That's pretty good. And then these I need to cut down, and that I need to back. And then I probably will call that a video because we will be moving into getting up there in time. I actually finished this morning the VHS journals that I'm working on, so those are going to get photographed and filmed and all that probably over the weekend. So I'm going to just trim the side, and I need to go to 7.5, so just trim a little off each side and then I don't lose so much of the image. But then here at 4.5 I'll lose some, but not too. Ooh, they lost their heads, these poor lasses. Let's see. Always check first, right? Always check before you okay, we can hinge. Because what I usually will do is I will fold it over. But let me think. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to put something here. Like I'm going to put like a pocket or something like that there to just get rid of that. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to fret about it. I really love these. That's what I wanted to have in the book. Okay, so there's that. Now let's be careful here. So do we want to, let's trim this like that. Then let's trim the edges also. Make it easier to cut. So the 7.5. Then, so we've got 4.5 is there. Make a little cut there. That would cause me to lose their heads as well. Yeah, so can we move this fold back a bit? Where is 4.5? This way. It's a little tiny. That would get me to here. I would lose the feet of those people. Yeah, that works. That's actually great. So what I did is, you know, from the tops of the heads here, I measured to my 4.5 mark, okay? And then I made a little itty bitty little snip there. And that's where my fold's gonna go. So instead of having the page folded in half, now we'll have it there. So what we're gonna lose will be feet and text that I don't really care about. And then cut that off. Let's make sure I got that even there. Yep. Okay, so now we don't lose heads, we just lose feet, and that's okay. But this one I will deal with. It's not a big deal. All right, so that's all I had to cut, right? Yeah. Okay. Get rid of all this scrap. And then I think I'll back this on here, and I'll have Nedra on the back of it, and that will be quite cute. A little journal card. I want the text at the top, so that's about right there. Right there. Okay, Nedra. And I think I also would like to just round the little corners on this one because it's a cute little piece. There we go. Okay, so I think that's all I will do for now. I need to, next I'm going to go through my papers from books and my dyed pages for plain pages, and I'm going to decide what I want to put in here. Just fit these in here. A couple of the signatures. So I'll go with the first one and maybe the second last one. And that one has a center. There we go. Okay. And then I'm also going to find a vintage photo that will be my representation of Nedra that will go in the front of the journal. I like to do that, so I'll probably find a cabinet card or an old photograph. And yeah, that will be the next step. So I'll probably come back to you with another video, at least one, on this journal as I work on it. And you'll be seeing more from me in the next few days about the VHS journals. They are all here. I'll give you a quick look at them, just because I have them all in a tray right here. And yeah, they're making me quite happy. They turned out really fun. I think I might just put closures on them and then they will be ready to go, but they're going to be a lot of fun, these books. I'm so happy I picked them up out of my Get It Done stash and I got them done, because I really have been in love with this idea for a long time, and I'm just like happy to have them ready to go. So have a great day, and we'll talk again very soon. I hope you're well, and yeah, bye for now.